Okay, so good day, everyone. Today we're going to discuss about emerging trends in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is continuously evolving as threats become more sophisticated and widespread. One of the most notable emerging technologies in the increasing use of artificial intelligence and machine learning in both cyber defense and cyber attacks. No? Organizations are utilizing AI to detect anomalies, automate threat detection, and respond faster to incidents. On the other hand, cyber criminals are also leveraging AI for to develop more advanced malware, phishing attacks, and evasion techniques, making the cybersecurity battle more complex. Another significant trend in the rise of ransomware as a service because ransomware attacks have become more organized, with cybercriminals group offering ransom toolkits for a fee to less technicality skilled attackers. No? And this business model has contributed to a surge in ransomware incidents globally, no? Targeting critical sectors such as healthcare, no? Education, and government. And the threat is exacerbated by the increasing use of cyber cryptography or cryptocurrency, no, which provides anonymous payment channels for ransom demands. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
So the cybersecurity landscape is rapidly evolving with several emerging trends shaping the future of digital protection. This presentation explores the role of artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning or ML, automated threat detection and response systems, blockchain security applications, quantum computing's impact on cryptography, and future challenges and innovation in cybersecurity. So, as technology advances, hackers find new ways to attack the system. Organizations are now upgrading their defenses by adding AI and machine learning tools. This technology can spot and stop cyber attacks more effectively than older security methods. Unlike traditional methods, this innovation offers more effective ways to identify, prevent, and counteract cyber attacks. The role of AI and ML in cybersecurity. So, first, we need to discuss what is AI in cybersecurity. So, artificial intelligence or AI refers to the application of intelligent algorithms and machine learning techniques to enhance the detection, prevention, and response to cyber threats. AI enables cybersecurity system to analyze vast amounts of data, identify patterns, and make informed decisions at speed and scales beyond human capabilities. Now, what is machine learning? Machine learning is a way to teach computers to learn from examples. Instead of explicitly programmed, the learning happens when the computer adjusts its understanding based on seeing more examples and getting better at making accurate predictions over time. So although the terms AI and ML are often used interchangeably, there are important differences between the two concepts. AI refers to the technology that trains machine to imitate or simulate human intelligence processes in real-world environment, while machine learning refers to the resulting computer systems or models that learn from data to make predictions. So we have here threat detection and response. AI and ML are extensively used to improve detection and automate responses. This technology enables systems to identify anomalies and potential threat more accurately and swiftly than traditional methods. So, threat detection identifies potential security threats to your system, while response is how the AI handles those threats. So, detection monitors system, networks, and data for suspicious activity. And it uses security tools to spot unusual patterns of known attack signatures. The response is action taken after a threat is detected, and it includes containing the threat, removing it, and recovering affected systems. So the process typically works in this sequence: monitoring systems, then detecting suspicious activity, then it analyzes the threat. After analyzing the threat, it contains and eliminates it. Then it restores normal operations, and after restoring normal operations, it will learn from the incident to improve future securities. Next is automation of security operations. So AI help automate complex cybersecurity tasks, reducing the need for human intervention and allowing for faster response time. This includes automating the identification of vulnerabilities and the execution of defensive measures. So automation of security operations means using AI to handle routine security tasks without any human intervention. So instead of security team manually checking thousands of alerts, it will scan the system for weak points and fixes common security issues. And instead of human having to respond to every small security issue, it will automatically updates security settings and blocks suspicious activity. So instead of waiting for someone to notice a problem, it sends alert only for a serious problem that needs human attention. And the last is behavioral analysis. So the AI system are capable of analyzing user behavior to detect deviations that may indicate security breaches. This approach helps in identifying insider threats and unauthorized access attempts. The AI has learned normal patterns over months, and it can react faster than human security teams. It also monitors hundreds of behavior indicators simultaneously and can spot subtle change that human might miss. So for example, your bank account usage. Think about your own bank account behavior. So you might buy coffee every morning for 200 pesos. Then you shop groceries weekly for around 2,000 pesos. You pay your rent monthly on the first of the month. And you usually spend money in your own city or vicinity. The AI would notice suspicious patterns like sudden purchase in multiple countries, an unusual large withdrawals, transactions at odd hours, new patterns of spending. The AI spots these odd behaviors and raises alerts for all suspicious transactions and activities in your account. We have here next topic is automated threat detection and response, or TDR system. So automated threat detection and response system represents one of the most significant applications of AI in cybersecurity. This system combines continuous monitoring with intelligent analysis and automated remediation capabilities. So the following are some of its capabilities: real-time monitoring and analysis. So automated TDR system continuously monitor network traffic and system activities to identify potential threats. This real-time surveillance ensures that suspicious activities are detected as they occur, reducing the time between threat emergence and detection. So real-time monitoring and analysis forms the foundation of modern cybersecurity, providing the continuous visibility needed to detect and respond to threats as they emerge. So it has data collecting and processing. So it uses high-speed telemetry ingestion system that process millions of security events per second from endpoints, networks, and cloud environment. It also uses stream processing architectures that performs analysis on data in motion for before storage. Also, smart agents are used on endpoints that selectively capture relevant data to reduce bandwidths and storage requirements. And last is packet captures. This system use AI to intelligently sample network traffic for deeper inspection. Next, capability of threat detection and response system is machine learning integration. So this system utilize ML and AI to analyze vast amount of data, identify patterns indicative of threats, and execute predefined response actions. This capability significantly reduces the time required to mitigate security incidents and enhance the accuracy and threat detection. So, machine learning and AI integration is the integration of machine learning and AI with existing cybersecurity infrastructures. It has created powerful new defensive capabilities. It learns from past attacks. For example, it learns that a certain type of unusual login pattern led to a data breach before. So it will be quick to spot and stop similar login attempts in the future. So deep learning models identify and classify previously unknown malware with improved accuracy. So it uses predictive analysis. It is capable to help anticipate potential vulnerabilities before exploitation. It also uses multi-dimensional anomaly detection. So it examines hundreds of parameters simultaneously to identify subtle attacks indicator. And it uses automated forensic data collection to preserve evidence while response actions are being taken. So instead of human having to manually check every alert and decide what to do, this system can make smart decisions in seconds. It's kind of like having experienced security expert working 24/7 at a superhuman speed. So the last capabilities of automated threat detection and response system are automated response. So when a threat is detected, automated TDR system can execute predefined action automatically. So this includes isolating infected systems, blocking malicious activities, and initiating recovery processes without human intervention, which is crucial for maximizing and recovery time. So when the TDR system spots cyber threats, it is capable of acting without waiting for a human intervention. Then it will quarantine infected computers, block dangerous connection, and start fixing the problem. So it has automated containment. It instantly isolates compromised system to prevent lateral movement. It also has healing infrastructure that can automatically roll back to secure configurations or apply patches. And a deception technologies that automatically deploy decoys when suspicious activity is detected. So the response automation levels had it has four automation levels. So first is notification only. So the system detects threats and alerts security teams but takes no direct action. Next is recommendation based. So the system suggests specific response action for the analyst to approve. And third is semi-autonomous. So the system can execute predefined response playbooks with human oversight. So, and the last is fully automation. The system independently identifies and neutralizes certain threats categories. So additional capabilities of automated threat detection and response systems are intent recognition. So it recognized the it recognized between malicious attacks and accidental misconfigures. It also has predictive defense. So it has capabilities that can anticipate attack vectors based on external threat intelligence and internal vulnerability scanning. And the last is autonomous security agents. It can independently investigate and remediate certain classes of threats. So next is limitations of automated TDR system. First is complexity and cost. So implementing and maintaining automated TDR system can be complex and costly, particularly for small to medium-sized businesses. The investment in technology and training can be substantial. So it has high setup costs. The initial price tag can be shocking. Thus, smaller companies might struggle to afford it. A small shop might not be able to afford a full security setup, and it is complex to run. It is a sophisticated alarm system that needs special trained people to operate it. It requires constant update and maintenance, and it also needs staff that has special training to use it properly. Next limitation is data privacy concerns. So handling sensitive data with automated system raises privacy concerns. Ensuring robust data protection measures are in place is crucial to prevent unauthorized access and data breaches. So a TDR system monitor or network traffic and user activities. So this includes sensitive data like employee email, financial records, and customer informations. The system itself become a potential target because it holds so much valuable data. So the main security concerns of TDR systems, it can see passwords and login credentials, and it also monitors confidential business communications. So it's a delicate balance. The system needs enough access to spot threats, but must be locked down tight enough to prevent from becoming a security risk itself. So next limitations is dependency on data quality. So the effectiveness of TDR system heavily relies on the quality of data that they analyze. So poor data quality can lead to inaccurate threat detection and response, potentially allowing threats to go undetected. So the dependency on data quality of a TDR system needs clean, accurate data to protect your network effectively. So TDR system can spot threats, cannot spot threats if they are getting unclear or incomplete data. So bad data is equals to missed threats or false alarm. So the common data issues, it has is missing information like gaps in the network, or incorrect data like wrongly labeled network traffic. So also outdated information like old threat patterns is also a common issues. So the impact of this is the system might miss real attacks. It could raise false alarms like mistaking an employee for an intruder, and it makes the expensive system less effective overall. So the last limitation of automated TDR system is need for human oversight. So while automated system can handle many tasks, Human oversight is still necessary for complex or novel threats that requires nuanced decision making. This highlights the importance of skilled analysts in the cybersecurity landscape. So, automated systems are great, but for complex or new threats, skilled human analysts are essential. So they provide the necessary oversight and decision making that machines can't. So in cybersecurity, human experts remains crucial. Next topic is blockchain security and applications. So blockchain technology has emerged as a transformative tool in the field of cybersecurity. So it offers innovative solutions to address evolving challenges. It also has unique features such as decentralization, immutability, and cryptographic security, making it a robust framework for enhancing data protection and integrity. So we have decentralization. So blockchain operates on a distributed ledger system, which means that data is not stored in a single location but across multiple nodes. So this decentralization reduces the risk of data breaches, as there is no single point of failure that attackers can target. So blockchain decentralization simply means that instead of one central authority keeping track of everything, like a bank managing all transactions, many different computers around the world each keep a copy of the same record. So for example, when you send Bitcoin to someone, this transaction isn't processed by one company only. Instead, thousands of computers called nodes verify and record it simultaneously. For a hacker to falsify this transaction, they would need to hack most of these computers at once, which is extremely difficult. So next is immutability. Once the data is recorded on a blockchain, it cannot be altered or deleted. So this immutability ensures that records are tamper-proof, providing a reliable audit trail for transactions and data exchanges. So blockchain immutability means once information is added to the blockchain, it cannot be changed or erased. It is permanent. So this ensures record trustworthy and unchanged forever. So for example, when you make a Bitcoin transaction, it gets recorded in a block. So once that block is added to the chain, and after verification by the network, your transaction becomes permanent, even if someone wanted to erase or modify your transaction. Next is data integrity and protection. Blockchain's immutable ledger ensures that data remains unchanged and secure for unauthorized modification. This particularly useful in sectors when integrity is critical, such as finance and healthcare. So, blockchain data integrity and protection means that once information is recorded, it stays exactly as it was originally entered. So it can be changed, manipulated, or deleted. This creates a highly reliable record that everyone can trust. For example, in healthcare, when a doctor creates a patient record on a blockchain, it's permanently recorded with a timestamp. If the record is later accessed or updated, that access is also recorded. So creating a complete audit trail. This prevents unauthorized changes to sensitive medical information and ensures patients and doctors are always seeing the genuine record. So another example is in financial transactions. When a bank processes a payment on blockchain, the transaction details like amount, sender, recipient, and time becomes permanent. So this prevents disputes about whether the money was sent, when it was sent, or how it was transferred. It creates indisputable proof of financial activity. And the last is identity management. So identity management, blockchain can enhance identity management by providing a secure and decentralized way to verify identities. This reduces the risk of identity theft and fraud, as personal information is not stored in centralized database that can't be hacked. So identity management, in blockchain, identity management provides a secure way to verify who you are without exposing your personal information or relying on a single company to protect it. For example, in traditional, you can create accounts with username, passwords at dozens of websites that stores your information. In blockchain, you could have a single digital identity that lets you securely logs in across multiple server without creating a new account or sharing unnecessary data. Just like creating accounts on many platforms, you can just log in using a single account. So next topic is quantum computing and its impact on cryptography. The invention of computers transformed society, and computing has seen enormous improvements in efficiency over the past decades. So quantum computing seeks to take advantage of phenomena in quantum mechanics to perform tasks classical computers cannot, and may bring about sweeping changes to cryptographic landscape. As a result, researchers have been developing schemes that are secure in a post-quantum world, such as those that depend on the learning with errors problem. So how does quantum computing work? Quantum computing leverages the principle of quantum mechanics to process information in a fundamentally different way from classical computers. So quantum computers use quantum particles to take advantage of this powerful concept. Quantum computing uses the strange and fascinating property of quantum mechanics to process information in ways that classical computers cannot, potentially solving certain problem much faster. So the first impact of quantum computing in cryptography is breaking traditional encryption. So quantum computers have the potential to break many of the cryptographic methods currently used to secure data. For instance, algorithms like RSA and ECC, which rely on the difficulty of factoring large number or solving discrete logarithms, could be rendered obsolete by quantum algorithms such as Shor's algorithm. So quantum computing poses significant threats to asymmetric cryptography, like RSA and ECC, which relies on the difficulty of certain mathematical problems for security. So RSA and ECC is at risk with quantum computers running on Shor's algorithm that could efficiently break widely used publicly crypto systems. So Shor's algorithm is a quantum computing algorithm developed by mathematician Peter Shor in 1994 that has profound implications for cryptography. So what it does is it efficiently solves two related mathematical problem. One is integer factorization. So finding the prime factor of a large number. And two is discrete logarithmic problem. That is finding the exponent in certain modular arithmetic equation. Both of these problems are believed to be computationally difficult for a classical computer, but can be solved efficiently by using Shor's algorithm on a quantum computer. And the second impact of quantum computing in cryptography is the vulnerability of current system. The ability of quantum computers to solve mathematical problems quickly means that current encryptions methods which are secure against classical computers may not withstand quantum attacks. This includes the potential for harvest now, decrypt later attacks, which encrypted data is collected now and stored until quantum computers are capable enough of decrypting it. So with our current classical computers, it would take thousands of years to crack the code, so your data is secure. But in quantum computers, it's like having a super tool that could open these safes in minutes. So this creates a serious problem called harvest now, decrypt later. The bad actors can collect and store encrypted data today. They cannot read it yet, but they can safely store it. And when the quantum computers become powerful enough, they can go back and decrypt all the old data. So this means your sensitive information you encrypt could be exposed in the future. Emerging challenges in cybersecurity. So we have, number one is ransomware. Ransomware remains a significant threat with cyber criminals encrypting data and demanding ransom for its release. So these attacks can lead to substantial financial losses and operation downtime. Second is IoT vulnerabilities. So the proliferation of Internet of Things or IoT devices introduces new security risks due to often weak security protocols, creating a vast attack surface. Number three is AI-powered attacks. So as AI technology advances, cyber criminals are leveraging AI to conduct more sophisticated and targeted attacks, such as automating phishing and malware distribution. And fourth is supply chain vulnerabilities. Excuse me. Cybersecurity exploit vulnerabilities in supply chains, affecting multiple interconnected businesses and leading to widespread breaches. So if we have the emerging challenges, we also have the innovative solution in cybersecurity. So first is AI-driven security tools. AI and machine learning are being used to develop advanced threat detection and response tools. These tools can analyze large data sets to identify anomalies and provide real-time threat assessments, enhancing the speed and accuracy of incident response. Second is zero trust architecture. In this security model, it operates on the principle of never trust, always verify, requiring continuous authentication and monitoring of user activity. It also limits access to sensitive data and prevent lateral movement within networks. Third is enhanced backup recovery strategies. So to combat ransomware, Organizations are investing in robust backup and recovery strategies. This ensures data is regularly backed up to secure offline locations. And last is IoT standards and patch management. So establishing these security standards for IoT devices and implementing regular patch management can help mitigate vulnerabilities associated with IoT. So investments are being directed towards emerging technologies like AI, ML, and quantum-resistant cryptography. Companies are adapting to cybersecurity trends by embracing new technologies, increasing investment, addressing skill shortages, and implementing more robust security architectures. These adaptations are crucial for maintaining resilience against evolving cyber threats and ensuring the protection of sensitive data and critical infrastructure. In conclusion, the field of cybersecurity is rapidly evolving, driven by advancement in AI and ML, blockchain, and quantum computing. While these technologies present new challenges, they also offer an innovative solution to enhance security measures. As cyber threats continue to grow in sophistication, the development and implementation of these advancement technologies will be crucial in maintaining robust security defenses in the future. That's all for my presentation. Thank you. Tapos na po.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, a while ago, have mentioned about the ransomware and application of artificial intelligence uses and machine learning. The shift towards zero trust security model is also gaining momentum. No, traditional perimeter-based defenses are no longer sufficient due to remote work, cloud computing, and of course the mobile devices. So zero trust operates under the principle of never trust, always verify. No, meaning every access request is treated as a potential threat, regardless of its origin. So organizations are increasingly adopting multi-factor authentication, no, microsegmentation, and identity-based access controls to ensure zero trust principles. So the growth of cloud computing in hybrid work environments has expanded the attack surface for cyber threats. Now, as organizations rely on cloud services, misconfiguration, insecure APIs, and unauthorized access have become common vulnerabilities. No, cybersecurity strategies now focus on securing cloud workloads, applying cloud native security tools, and ensuring compliance with data protection regulations across multiple cloud providers. Another emerging trend is the focus of supply chain security. No, recent high-profile breaches such as the SolarWinds attack have highlighted the vulnerabilities in party software, third-party software, and the service providers. No? Because cyber attackers are now exploit the weakest link, in the supply chain to gain access, to large organization. As a response, the organization are strengthening vendor risk management, auditing third-party security practices, and enhancing software supply chain visibility. Data privacy regulations are also shaping cybersecurity trends. No? Governments worldwide are enacting stricter data privacy laws such as the General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR and the California Consumer Privacy Act CCPA and the Data Privacy Act of 2012 in our country. These regulations require organizations to implement robust data security measures, ensuring transparency in data handling and give users more control over their personal informations. Now, non-compliance in data handling and give users more control over their personal information because non-compliance can result in heavy penalties, making data protection a top priority. So, The rise of quantum computing possessed both opportunities and challenges for cybersecurity, while quantum computing promises to revolutionize data processing and encryption capabilities. It also threatens actually current cryptographic algorithms. So cyber security experts are now exploring quantum resistant encryption methods to prepare for the day when quantum computers can break widely used encryption standards. And FYI, this trend is still its early stages, but uh, is expected to become more prominent in the coming years. So we need to be ready. So cybersecurity workforce is shortage, no? So that's why some universities and colleges in our country offer BS cybersecurity, or some others universities and colleges offered BSIT major in cybersecurity, or BS computer science major in cybersecurity, or BSIS major in cybersecurity, because again, cybersecurity workforce shortage continue to be a global concern. No, so the demand for a skilled cybersecurity professional far exceeds the supply, leaving organizations vulnerable to cyber threats. So to address this, there is a growing emphasis on cybersecurity education, mayroong mga certification and upskilling program, yung mga tinatawag natin mga short-term program or yung mga examinations. Ano po? At mga micro-credentialings, no, nauuso na ngayon yun. Governments, industries, and academic institutions are need to collaborate to build a stronger talent no, pipeline and close the cyber security skills gap. Okay? So I think that's it for this topic. May I request everyone to please turn on your camera as part of our attendance.